900 channels on cable, endless streaming services with their endless original content, YouTube with your favorite content creators should be sufficient, but sometimes it isn't. It's Friday night, but you're sick and tired of watching Big Bang Theory reruns. Well, almost. And you can't find anything to watch, and you've been back and forth about 500 times. Suddenly, you see something and screech on the brakes and reverse that remote back a few channels. It's every single movie you've seen 1,000,000 times, never get tired of, and if you're flipping channels and happen upon it, you'll gladly watch it one more time. This is my random list of movies that I'll never get tired of watching. And if I'm flipping channels and it comes up, I'm in it for the duration. First up, Back to the Future. What can I say about this one that hasn't already been said? It's the perfect movie, and watching Biff knuckle-knocking George on the head in that diner while his friends all laugh will never get old, even if I live to be 1,000. Next, Amityville Horror, 1979. This movie is an utter train wreck. It's dumb, poorly scripted, poorly acted, not entirely faithful to its source material. Rod Steiger should return his Oscar award in the shameful wake of the atrocity he visited upon his performance. But apart from all that, it's still fucking awesome. Then we have Red Dawn from 1984, which deals with the reality of something a lot of people believed would actually happen back in the 80s. And that was World War III, starting with a Soviet-led invasion of the United States. A group of high school kids escape to the mountains and begin pushing back against the enemy forces with a series of guerrilla attacks using weapons they got at a gas station/surplus store. Great movie and a must-see. Maximum Overdrive, 1986. The movie was panned by critics. Writer and first-time director Stephen King had his head buried in a mountain of cocaine for much of the production, but I love it. The Earth passes into the tail of a rogue comet while also being monitored, as we find out in the epilogue, by a large UFO. We're not told which one explicitly causes it, but anything with a combustible engine and anything electronics-based suddenly comes to life and goes on a murderous rampage. Or if it can't kill you, will just utter insults. One of those movies that falls into the "it's so bad it's good" category, and one I'll never flip past. Any of the first 5 entries in the Friday the 13th franchise. Need I say more? The Burbs from 1989. I freaking love this movie. A group of suburbanites with seemingly too much time on their hands become suspicious when an odd family moves into the old house on the street. Rumsfeld is the highlight character of the movie in my opinion, so do not click past this one. Dawn of the Dead, 78. I have to admit that I've never actually seen this movie pop up while channel surfing, and anytime I wanted to watch it, I was using either my VHS copy, DVD copy, or the digital one I downloaded illegally off a torrent site. You can bet your hairy balls that if I see it while I'm flipping, I'm a-watching it. Dumb and Dumber, 1994. Not too many movies that I can quote the script almost word for word, and it'll make you laugh from opening scene to the end credits. But be warned, there was a dark side to Lloyd Christmas, and I cover that unverified, unfounded, deep state conspiracy-laden story in full in another video. So go watch that when you're done here. Stand By Me, 1986. Another Stephen King gem and something that hits home for any guy who grew up in a small town and had a group of close friends that he came of age with. Another perfect movie in my opinion. And finally, you guessed it, Roadhouse, 1989. We're not sure if this is a good movie or a movie that's so bad it's good, but boring it ain't. And if you like your bar brawls dripping in cheese, you'll literally find no movie better suited for the job than this. Out of all the movies on this list, this is the one I'm most pleased to happen upon when flipping channels. There's lots of movies I would probably watch, but there's no guarantee that if I did watch it, it would be the whole thing. These movies, they're hands down cemented in stone on my must-watch no matter how many times you've watched it list. Let me know in the comments what movies would be on your list, and if anyone says Manos Hands of Fate, you got some serious issues.